My mom walked into hell and came out with my paycheck. I was 19, broke, and trying to get through community college. I landed this office job at a small construction company. Not glamorous, but it paid decent, and I needed every cent. The owner was this massive ex-military guy with a rage problem. He'd scream at people, throw stuff around. I once saw him chuck a stapler at a guy's head for asking about overtime, but I stuck with it. We all did, because we were broke. 6 months in, the paycheck started getting weird. First they were late by a day or two, then a week, then two. Always the same excuses. Client hasn't paid, bank's having issues, blah blah. Everyone knew it was BS, but we needed the jobs. I finally quit after 3 months of that. When I walked out, he owed me almost $1,200, but I didn't say a word. I was terrified of the guy. I just ghosted and hoped a check would show up in the mail. Spoiler, it didn't. I told my mom I was handling it, which really meant quietly giving up. Started skipping meals to save money for textbooks. She noticed. Moms always do. Then one Tuesday, I woke up and she wasn't home. Weird. By noon, my phone rang. Text me the exact amount he owes you, she said, and the days you worked. Wait, where are you? I'm in his office. Well, his waiting room. Been here 2 hours. He keeps telling the secretary he's in meetings, but his truck's outside. I know he's here. Send me the info. I was in full panic mode. My mom is this 5'2" retail worker who's never raised her voice in her life. My old boss is the kind of guy you cross the street to avoid. I had no idea what she thought she was gonna do. An hour later, she called again. I've got your check. Full amount. Meet me at the bank. At the bank, I barely recognized her. Hair all messy, cheeks flushed, standing taller than I'd ever seen. She handed me a check. $1,189.46. Exact amount. What did you do? I asked, already half scared of the answer. I told the secretary I wasn't leaving. Not today, not tomorrow. If they wanted to call the cops, fine. Clients started coming in and seeing me just sitting there. By hour 3, the secretary was squirming. By hour 4, she went back into his office. 5 minutes later, boom, check. That's all she told me. But years later, I ran into a guy who used to work in the office. He told me what really happened. My mom had receipts. Literal receipts. She brought photocopies of every pay stub I ever got. A handwritten log of every hour I worked. And this part killed me. She printed out the state's labor laws on wage theft. When the secretary took her back to the office, she laid everything out, calm as hell, and said she'd already filed a complaint with the labor board, but would be happy to withdraw it as soon as I was paid. She hadn't filed anything. It was all a bluff, but it worked. She never told me that part. Never mentioned missing a shift at work to sit in that office all day. Never complained about confronting a guy she knew was dangerous. She just handed me the check and said, go get your books.